Greetings, everybody. Today, we are doing something a little bit different. I had the privilege to sit down with Titus Paar, the director of The Perfect Weapon, with our lovable little meatball that is Steven Seagal. And this man had some stories about our boy that are so bizarre, so ridiculous, that if he was talking about literally anybody other than Steven Seagal, you would not believe it. We also talked about some of his other projects and his friendship with the legendary Vernon Wells. You know him from movies like Commando and Mad Max 2. There's some great stuff there, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. We are here today with an extremely talented filmmaker, the youngest filmmaker in Scandinavian history to make a theatrical film, amassing over 20 awards in independent filmmaking, and directing one of our favorite Seagal movies, The Perfect Weapon. It is my pleasure to be chatting today with Titus Paar.
Shut up. This is Redeye Reviews.
Seriously, thank you so much for actually doing this. And thank you for sending your short films.
What am I even doing here? I don't do interviews with people that diss my movies usually.
I know.
You did it in a fun way. So,
I was actually genuinely surprised when you first commented on the video, because initially, I don't know why, I thought you were like a troll or somebody who made themselves look like you and talk about it, and I was skeptical.
Yeah, well, I am a little bit like a troll, that's for sure. But I don't think there's a lot of Titus Paar copycats out there.
Yeah.
I've read like 200 reviews from this movie, and I've seen about 15 or 20 movies or clips like the one you did. And I just love it because I think my movie is ridiculous too, which was always the intent. So my intent is exactly what you did. I wanted to make a fun cult classic that people don't really know if it's serious or not.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty obvious at times, like with the big gong and two Seagals at the end, because I know, like coming here from Sweden, directing a Seagal movie, I knew I was gonna get smashed. Like no one with a like clear mind gives a Seagal movie a good review.
Yeah.
So,
right.
So I knew that going into it. So I was like, I need to make this ridiculous. And like a homage to the 80s and 90s. And not like the Kung Fury, like my friend David Sundberg, who's also a Swedish guy, did, where it's very comedic. I wanted it to feel like it was made in the 80s, where they took themselves way too seriously, but still not at all. Yeah. So it's that balance that I really enjoy. And looking at it now, I really feel like it could have been made in the 90s for sure.
We spent too much time, too much effort, too many lives were lost to get this thing in order. We need somebody that can successfully take out the next guy who comes up. Condor is the best. Make him a perfect weapon.
If this would have been released at the same time as like Street Fighter, people would have seen as, this is like a cool thriller. And now it's just ridiculous.
You were brought on to it after they had Seagal attached to it. They had a script written, and then you joined the project, right?
They had a script, and they said they had Seagal, which they didn't. So I read the script and was like, because I don't make action movies really back home. I make and I write everything I do. I just go across genres. But this was like, am I getting invited to a party with Seagal to make his first like science fiction movie? Yeah. Like, wow, I didn't see that in my crystal ball.
When I raise your hand, you go up. When I raise you down, you get down. When I lift you up, you go up. All of these things manipulate you.
The thing is, I've been making movies since 1999, and I always funded them myself. And back then in 2015, I had all these connections with the guys that did Perfect Weapon later. Yeah. But they said, you haven't made that movie that we can bring to financiers and like show that this is the guy to do a movie, because I was trying to make my script with them.
Right.
So they're like, you're gonna have to take a risk. So I funded Legend of Dark Rider as the way I make movies now is I make a short that also works as a pilot and also is the first 15-20 minutes of the feature film, which works as like a triple threat.
Right.
So I made that, and it kicked ass. We won a ton of awards. And John Carpenter loved it. Dolph Lundgren, it just blew up, really.
Yeah.
And then they come back to me, oh, this is really cool. We can probably get your movie made now. By the way, I have a Steven Seagal movie that I can't find anyone in the States to direct on this budget. Do you want to do it? And I was like, on a party? I was about to go home. I was like, did I just get an offer to direct a Steven Seagal movie? Like, I haven't watched the Steven Seagal movie since I was like 13.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah. And so then I was like, how am I going to do this? It's going to be Steven Seagal as the world's dictator.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta treat this like the movie I wanted to see as a 10, 13-year-old guy. So no, I didn't rewatch any of his movies. I just wanted to have the memory of his, because I watched like 3 Steven Seagal movies in my life.
Yeah.
One of them is mine. And I was like, yeah, that's the way I'm going to do it. And I want to bring in more actors from that genre and really just promote this as like the ultimate B movie.
Yeah.
And why it's confusing to people now. They're like, oh, it's so B. I was like, yeah, I know. It was always supposed to be the ultimate B movie. But it was never like in the promotion of it. They never show that side of it.
Right.
So because I was like, oh, you got to make it like a Star Wars collage thing, and you got to make it ridiculous, like the trailers with that kind of music and stuff. But yeah, I as a director, I have no control over that part. So that's why the marketing of the film was a bit confusing, because people like that things in boxes and that's how it happened. But they didn't even have Seagal attached, and he didn't want to make this movie.
I mean, he's never made a sci-fi movie before, so I see why he wouldn't.
He wanted to play Condor.
Oh.
The lead. And I was like, Steven, you're going to have nude shower scenes.
He was, body double.
Do you want to do that? Well, I don't want to. So I called him. Oh man, I can't tell you half of the stories. But yeah, I think he got a blowjob the first time we talked, which was weird.
Like while talking?
Yeah, while talking.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So that was a weird introduction. But say what you want about Steven. He's always entertaining. I never had a boring time with good old Seagal, for sure.
Oh,
and I get bored with people really easily. But yeah, he's like a Bond villain in The Flash, isn't he? Like a cartoon.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So that's why he's so entertaining. And I was like, oh no, I don't want to be the villain, Titus. I was like, oh no, you're not the villain. You're not the villain. He's like this mysterious guy that you think is the villain, but it's like a spy game. And at the end, so I'm the good guy? I don't know, Titus. Come down to China, we'll talk about it. I was like, what do you mean? Come down to China and talk about it?
Like we're talking about it right now.
Yeah. No, come down to China. I'm shooting a movie here with Mike Tyson. Come down next week. And I was like, okay. So I'm going to fly out to China for my own money to convince this crazy person to do my movie that he doesn't want to do. Of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
What an adventure. So, yeah, I flew down. I spent a week with Seagal, or I only spent nights with Seagal because he was shooting during the day. It was so hilarious. Sorry, your review on the China Salesman.
It was China Salesman he was filming. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I see you down there shooting a movie with Mike Tyson. Yeah. We're shooting it for 2 weeks now. I was like, oh, what's the movie about? I don't know. But they're paying me $1 million.
Oh my God.
I'm like, yeah, I'm in for a treat here. Yeah, so I spent a week with the big man there, and yeah, I got some good bar stories from China, I tell you.
Oh my gosh, that whole movie is ridiculous too. Because I've been under the impression, I've been told by numerous people that Tyson and Seagal basically filmed 0 scenes together. So any of the fights, one of them fighting a body double or back and forth.
I mean, Seagal uses body doubles all the time.
Right.
But he's not alone. Everyone does that shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's all fake. It's just so... I mean, Seagal gets a lot of shit, but they all do it.
Right.
I mean, he wasn't the only guy that had body doubles on my film. They all had them.
Yeah.
I had 2 for Johnny Messner. I had 1 for Sasha.
Oh, wow.
And
Johnny Messner had 2.
Yeah, for like walking scenes and stuff.
That's so... Well, I mean, I guess...
So they all do it, man. They're all crazy.
That's so weird.
Yeah, that was so weird because I come from Sweden, and I have my dudes. We make movies for love.
Yeah.
We make them good because we make movies that we want to see.
Right.
I write movies that I want to see that doesn't exist.
Right.
And I try to see them from the perspective of like the story's king. We have no egos. I mean, obviously I'm on your channel. I don't take myself too seriously, but I take what I do super seriously.
Right.
And Hollywood is the complete opposite. So now I come in from like when we make cool movies with like 20 people crew, everyone pitches in, they work like 16 hours and we just love it. We have a good time. We have a few beers afterwards and yell, yeah, good job, everybody. Win awards. And going to a Steven Seagal movie where we have like 150 people on set, 80% are on like drugs, prescription, or drunk all the time because it's so miserable making movies, obviously. I'm like, what's going on? So yeah, and everyone was like, hey, hang in there, Titus. This is a complete shit show. Your next one will be better. I was like, yeah, I hope so. But we'll get into more of that later.
Yeah. And then
I have a good. Do you want a good Steven Seagal story? Every
day of my life, yes.
Hey, see, you didn't know I could speak Swedish. Hey.
So this is a gem I'm gonna give you guys only. Sitting there in China, eating, and he gets like 8 entrees. I'm like, how am I gonna eat this? And so he eats, and he gets a little some food on his chin, and a normal person gets a napkin.
Yeah.
But the napkin is a bit far away. A normal person does this, gets up, grabs it. But he's Steven Seagal, right? So he grabs a fucking knife and like chua, pwah, stabs the napkin right in front of me. And he showed me like, there's a lot of these guys around. There's like rattlesnakes. I was like, oh fuck, I hate snakes. And he gets all sent like, they don't bother me. I use snake magic on them.
No.
I was like, what? I gotta know more. I was like, snake magic? Yeah, you see, I'm a Buddhist. And I give them something in return, and they give me safe passage. I gotta milk this, man. This is like a gem I'm getting here. So what do you offer them, Steven? Well, for example, when I'm driving my car on the road, I see a snake. I don't hit it. I get out of the car. I kneel down and I say, please, Mr. Snake, get out of the way. And if they don't move, I walk over to it, I pick it up, and I put it on the side of the road. And he gets all Seagal serious. Only 3 try to bite me. You see, they're like people. Some are good, some are bad. I was like, yeah, I'm going to tell this story for the rest of my life.
Only 3 have ever tried to bite him.
Yeah, some are good, some are bad, like people. But finally, he agrees to do the movie on one condition. That he gets some sexy scenes.
Of course.
With a young Asian girl. I was like, why?
That's in his contract. That's in every movie.
Yeah,
he's got to do it.
It was. I was like, I'll do it if I have some sensual scenes. And I was like, no. But then, yeah, because Steven doesn't realize that he's the bad guy in this movie. And if I do that, he's going to be an even better bad guy. He doesn't realize that.
Yeah.
Because in his world, that's why he has that in all these movies. He's like, yeah, I want a girl, Asian girl, 18 to 25. She's going to be my soulmate through the movie and stuff.
この政治的なことは面白くないですわ。
わかりますとも。
But in the massage scene,
Yeah.
I sort of had ties to the story. It wasn't even supposed to be in the spot where it was. It was just, oh, let's just shoot this stuff. Because that dragged on because he picked the body level because the girl that was in the movie, she was like, no, I'm not doing that. Because no one told her that she was going to be nude and kissing Seagal. The one that told her was Seagal when she arrived on set.
Oh, my God.
She's like, hell no, I'm not doing this movie. And we shot it down in Mobile, Alabama. Like, we were going to shoot the same day. And there's not a lot of young Asian people in Alabama that we could just find like that overnight. But they managed to track down someone in New Orleans. But I didn't know that. But we started showing like, yeah, we're just gonna have to move this scene, Steven. That was gonna be first because he really wanted to do that scene.
Yeah.
But we had to do it last so she could fly in from New Orleans and get ready and stuff. So. But then she got sick, and I didn't know that, and Seagal didn't know that until they brought in another girl.
Oh, my God.
And he flipped. He's like, that's not the girl I picked. Everybody out. And then he made us. I'm not kidding. It's so insane. And I didn't think I ever was going to share this on YouTube. But yeah, he made us kneel down to him like an emperor and ask for forgiveness.
No.
That's why all Steven Seagal movies are the same. I try to mix it up a little bit, but basically he comes in and he does whatever the fuck he wants. But I'm just so happy I got to squeeze some cool Seagal gems out there. I mean, who doesn't like that ending?
You can't not.
I get you. Fucking two Seagals doing a crazy samurai death scene.
Yeah.
Over seriously with his own sword.
My brother. It breaks my heart to see you like this. Avenge me, brother.
And we even rented the hotel suite next to his suite, so he just had to walk down the hall to get the set.
Oh, my God. So you just filmed in the hotel that he stayed in?
Yeah. And he was there. I think he worked in total 12 hours.
Yeah. Originally, Dolph Lundgren was supposed to play Condor, right?
Yeah. Dolph was deep into it even. And I'll probably make a movie with him someday because he's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
And we had like 5 meetings about it.
Wow.
But yeah, I was a bit bummed out because I was like, yes. So he was going to be in it. Peter Stormer was going to be the controller.
Yeah.
But basically, Seagal said no to Dolph.
Wow. And he had the power to pull that.
Yeah, because at the time, he was worth more on the market.
Mm.
That's how this shit works.
Right.
I didn't know it then, but now I know the system, how it works. Because if he all of a sudden was going to be the villain in a Dolph Lundgren movie,
right,
his value would drop. So it makes sense, you know. It's not like that he's
so
an asshole.
Right.
Yeah, it's not that he's an asshole that doesn't want to work with Dolph. He likes Dolph. He even told me, I like Dolph.
Yeah.
Dolph really wanted to do this movie. Dolph probably wanted to do this movie a lot because he was the gonna be the lead in a.
Yeah.
And that would raise his value. Plus, he liked the character and stuff, and he was going to be perfect for it. I think I was on the last Seagal train, really.
Yeah.
After that, Me Too started, and I was like, yeah, he's going down.
I'm going to get off now. Thank you.
And I was like, no, I don't want to do a Van Damme. I don't want to do a Seagal. Then I'm just going to be associated with this. I've done my crazy B movie. The only actor from this movie and the only guy I brought was Vernon Wells from Mad Max and Commando.
Yeah.
I had to convince them to bring him in. That was a tough sell. I was like, I'm getting Vernon in this crazy part. And I did like a homage to, basically every scene is an homage to something that I liked growing up.
Right.
If you ever dig yourself into it, you can find so many things like the Hitman game and
Blade Runner.
Huge, and just small details like I grew up loving Linkin Park music, so I for all that stuff in, and Seagal, and we got Richard Tyson from Kindergarten Cop and all that. And Vernon has like a red little mohawk to be a little homage to his character Wes in Mad Max and stuff. So it's all homages everywhere, like a mishmash of pop culture references, really. But Vernon is like the best guy on the planet and one of my favorite actors, and his scenes turned out the way I wanted.
Like he had a ton of fun. I did mention we have clips.
Your toenails look like they need a little trimming. Feeling your teeth. No. Being ripped. No. Out of your mouth.
Vernon is a director's actor, which he says himself. I just do what the director wants, and I want to work with strong directors that has a vision. So he gives you ideas, but mainly I wanted this to be a homage to his previous history, this being a pop culture reference movie. And what's more iconic than the Road Warrior,
right.
The stuff that he did there. And actually, I actually strung myself up and took some weird photos of my mom that I posted on Facebook. My mom got really scared that I was doing bad stuff down in Hollywood. I was like, no, Mom, it's my own stupid ideas.
That's awesome.
Now, Vernon, I love Vernon. We were friends before this. So show me your tools.
No.
Show me your tools.
Oh, my tools, not the other tools.
Not that one.
Oh, okay.
Don't you know your lines?
Yes, unfortunately. And it goes like this.
Okay.
It goes, you can run, but you can't hide.
Yeah, he's the kind of actor that I like, that you just dance with. He has no pride. He's not an asshole. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
And so that's the kind of people I love to work with, and he's definitely the only actor from this movie that I'll work with again. So I can't praise him enough. He's definitely one of the best scenes.
If we could stay on Vernon and just transition to Fear the Woods, because I do really want to talk about it.
You're my son. You come from a long line of proud bear hunters.
There's no proof of a bear being responsible for that attack.
When you film this, he's 74, and he's trudging through the snow and doing his own stuff and not complaining, just getting the job done.
I mean, Vernon is 74 years old.
Yeah.
He came down and was like, dude, there's some stunts in this. Do I need to get you a stunt person? He was like, no, I'll do it as long as you get me a wheelchair. What the fuck do you think? I'm an 80s action star. I do my own stunts. And he did. He was a trooper. I mean, we dragged him through the snow. He never complains.
Right.
Ever. We dragged him through the snow several takes. He has no gloves on. He's like grabbing the snow. It's like 30 minus.
Well,
2 meter snow. And on the fifth take, all he said was like, Titus, I can't feel my fingers. I was like, okay, can we do one more? I was like, yeah, we can do one more. I would love it to be the last, though. You motherfucker! So with this was like, I want to set it in the 90s. I want to make it retro. I want to make it completely without CGI. I want everything to be in camera, like Jurassic Park and Jaws. That feeling where you maybe see that it's a puppet but you don't care because it's so charming and well done.
Right.
So, and it's actually there in the snow. So Fixus here in Sweden built this bear for us. And was also operating. So it's a guy in a suit with crutches running with an animatronic head on it. And this is all me. This is Titus. This is a Titus Paar film.
Oh, great. You know I don't like eating alone.
And then the other actor in this, Ralph Beck, who you also worked with in Legend of Dark Rider, I didn't know much about him until I saw your short films, but he's got acting chops. Like, he's talented.
Ralph Beck is seriously one of Sweden's finest actors.
Have you ever seen what the raging bear can do to a man, Damien?
No.
No. Well, I have. And if my brother's right, there's a bear out there, and it's fucking big.
Damn, he's a good actor.
He's good.
And Vernon and him was, as a combination, just perfect. To you, Ralph, I present to you the best award I can give you, my golden cock.
How do you get
this
a golden
This is for you,
cock?
Ralph. Mwah. I always wanted to kiss your golden cock. This is for you, Ralph.
He should be very honored by that.
Anyone's cock I kiss should be honored for sure.
Absolutely.
Half man, half monster. And I tell you, I saw him and lived.
Ralph Beck does his monologue, pulls it off so flawlessly, because he talks for probably like 3-4 minutes about his experience in seeing The Dark Rider.
Yeah, I got some criticism about that too. But I was like, no. What's your favorite scene in Jaws? It's when he tells the story about the ship going down, the
eyes,
Indianapolis.
the black eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, everything. And after that story, the shark becomes so much more scary, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's the same here, You can't just have a little scene and then go into the gore. Then you don't have the build-up.
Right.
It's all about storytelling and taking the time where time needs to be spent.
Sometimes the ones who go chasing ghosts end up being chased by them.
I asked some of my subscribers to write questions.
Oh, yeah.
I figured we can just do some kind of rapid fire. And if you don't want to answer it, just say skip, and we're going to move on. In The Perfect Weapon, did Steven provide his own wardrobe?
That's so funny. We had wardrobe for him, but he's like, I think I'll just wear this.
I knew it.
Titus, which one of these 3 exactly the same yellow glasses would you like me to wear?
God, that's amazing.
And do you know why he wears those yellow fucking piss glasses?
He wears them constantly. I don't know the purpose,
it's
though.
so you can't really tell that he's reading his lines.
Oh.
So when you do a scene with Steven, you're like, I'll just use my penis here. So you're here when he does his close up with the other actor.
Yeah.
So he's like asking something. He always does like this. Well, and then he looks at the lines. Well, he does a little bit like this, and yeah. Then he thinks about maybe I should say something different. And then they're like, yeah.
All right. Prove me wrong, make him a perfect weapon.
Is Steven willing to do more than one take?
Oh yeah, he does 2.
two and done.
If you're lucky, it's all depends on his mood.
This one comes with a clip. This is from me.
You have an incoming message from the controller. Meet me at the usual place at 3:35.
Is that a record player?
Yes.
Yes.
And the voice is actually me.
That's you?
Yeah, I'm sitting, and it's on location. I'm sitting, pressing the button on that stupid little 3D printed thing.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that and like, meet me at the usual spot at 3:35. So I have like 5 cameos in this movie.
You were a sniper too in one scene I saw.
I was a sniper, yeah, and I did a few songs.
What are your top 3 action movies?
Usually the ones I really enjoy are the ones that's done by a writer-director. You know, I love James Cameron, I love Tarantino, because those are the guys that really gets to build their worlds and really put the stamp on it. Yeah. So, I mean, who doesn't like Terminator 2 or Aliens? I mean, those movies are just perfect, aren't they?
If you had a dream project with a dream cast and unlimited budget, what would you make?
I would love to bring in Arnold to do like to be the Dark Rider, to have that be his swan song to the genre that made him big. Yeah. You know, so that would be my dream, to work with a big guy, you know?
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah,
if you can get
I would
Vernon
obviously
and
bring
Arnold
Vernon
back
to
in a
that.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah, and I would bring Vernon to that to reunite them as well.
I think that's it. And I know that we've been well over time, so thank you so much for hanging out and taking the time, man. It's been a lot of fun.
You crazy fucking people. Did you watch the end of this? Don't you have anything better to do? Go and create some movies, you know? It's been a blast, man. And people out there, don't take yourself too seriously. You'll have a lot more fun. And Hollywood, please stop treating celebrities as gods. They're not. They're just like you. They take shit and they drink. They have problems. So just make good stories.
Cheers. Thank you, Titus Paar.
Thank you.
How cool was that? I had such a blast talking with this guy. I hope you all enjoyed today's video as well. I am really excited about the potential of doing more interviews in the future, so please let me know what you thought down in the comments. I'm sure Titus himself will occasionally drop down in those comments as well. So once again, from the bottom of my heart, Titus Paar, thank you so much. If you liked it, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave some comments. I would also like to thank the patrons over on the Patreon page. While you guys did not vote for today's video, you did submit several questions, and we had a great time talking about them. If you want the power to vote on future movie reviews, you can head to the Patreon page and sign up there. That link is down below. I also want to give a shout out to the Discord community. You all also submitted several questions. While not all of them I could have actually asked Titus Paar, there were some amazing gems in there, so thank you so much. If you wanted to join the Discord channel, that link is down below. And finally, my merch store link is also down below. I will see you all next time, and until then, stay happy and stay healthy. Is Steven willing to do more than one take?
Oh, yeah. He does 2.